What's up, guys? It's Migs with Market Open. Let's go ahead and do the Market Open recap on this Friday morning. I took 4 trades, took 2 losses on VXX, and this market's been really confusing me, but I'll go over that here in a second. So the first trade I took this morning was on ACIA, came straight off the watch list. Let's see here. So it was gapping down this morning. Here with this pivot level that I drew out. It was, let's see here, put a 200-day on it. So this was basically the 52-week low here, so I marked it out. And let me go ahead and connect the two. So I went ahead and marked it out, so then I knew where the levels of support are for it. So ACIA. So knowing that, I did a opening range breakdown. So just like we like, it's a wide range candle, but it's an upside down hammer. So you know that it tried to go up, but it sold off basically, and then this candle pulled up right to the 35.50 to give me a good basically a good stop loss. I took 400 shares short right as it broke under 35. So we had it pull back to give us a good stop, and then it was just sitting there bouncing at the 35. And as soon as it broke the 35, I went short. I risked $200 off of it, and as it flushed down here, I went ahead and took 300 shares at 34.55, and then the other at 34.50 with a profit of 185. Alright, the next trade that I took was on W. I went short right at 71. As you can see on here, this is one of my go-to moves, but I actually ended up getting in a little early, which I've been working on letting the patterns kind of work out, but it did basically 2 out of the 3 things that I needed for it to do. So it gapped down, it pulled all the way back up to VWAP, and it was sitting there bouncing at the whole number, and I still had another 2 minutes left until the next candle formed. So as it was sitting there bouncing at 71, I just made a quick decision to get short right at 71 with an 80-cent stop, and that's the reason why I got 125 shares. And right as it broke 71, it actually flushed down, and it started kind of going sideways for a little bit, then it flushed again. And I saw it kind of bouncing here at the $70 mark, and so I went ahead and took my profits at 70.16. Made my 1-to-1 on that, and happy with those profits. I'm not really quite sure if it's going to keep breaking down or really quite what it's going to do. I did also notice that yesterday it started going sideways after like late into the morning. It kind of started going sideways, and it just started getting really choppy. So after the initial sell-off, I wanted to go ahead and get out before I started getting into the chop. I mean, it could break the $70 mark right now, but with it being a Friday and the volume kind of starting to dry up already, I'm not willing to put the profits already on the line to be able to get those gains right now. So, and then as always, I feel like VXX is like my arch nemesis lately. I just cannot figure out what this market is doing. Let's see here. I'll link it and put the SPY on here. Oops. Put the SPY on here. So as I saw it right around here, the market had not picked a direction. Like I've told you guys before that the VXX is the opposite of what the SPY is doing. So if you think that the market's going to sell off and fill the gap, which I do think it's going to, then you would need to go long on the VXX. So the market here had not picked a direction, but as I unravel the next couple of candles, you'll start seeing that it started picking a direction and started breaking down below the lows. And I actually ended up going long at 42, let's see here, 42.75 here. So right around here, right at 10.16. So right here in this candle, I actually ended up going long. As you can tell, it went up, but it actually came right back. So at this point, I figured we were just going to go ahead and fill the gap for the day, So I'll show you guys what that looks like. So the gap that needs to be filled is down here. So the SPY needs to actually come down here to be able to close the gap. And for that to happen, you know, there needs to be some selling pressure overall in the market. But if you notice what happened yesterday, so let me back out. It looked like the market was going to sell off in the morning, but it actually ended up coming back, making a higher high, and then it ended up selling off and ended up closing the gap on the day. So it's been kind of confusing. It hasn't really, it's a little choppy. The market overall has been choppy, and it has not acted like it did a few weeks ago, a few months ago, before this whole volatility spike in the market started. So I should probably take a hint of that and stop trading VXX, but I just have this vendetta against this damn thing. And I probably have given back all the profits that I've made from it just over the past couple of weeks. I should probably really stop trading this thing, but feel free to yell at me in the comment section if you guys keep seeing the same videos of me losing money on VXX, because a lot of the times it's one of the ones, like one of the only things that I lose on the day. It's just VXX. If I hadn't taken that trade, you know, I'd be up over $300 or so. So but either way, so I went long on VXX right here at 42.75 with my stop here at this this support area at 42.50. As you can tell, I got kicked out. And being spiteful, that was what I was being a little bit. So here, let me go back to today on the SPY. So I was anticipating it for it to do a lower high and then kind of break down below VWAP again and keep going. So what I ended up doing is I took a small chance. I went ahead and shorted another, or went long another 400 shares with my stop being, let's see, I went long at 42.55 and I actually got kicked out at, or I got out at 42.47. So I didn't really lose much on it. I think I lost an extra like 30 bucks. Yeah, I ended up losing an extra like $32 on it, which is not a big deal. I mean, I was willing to lose that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put it on the line just to see if I was right, if it was going to make a lower high. I mean, it probably is going to make a lower high and sell off and then be able to fill the gap, but I'm probably not going to be in the market, and I've already taken 2 trades on VXX. So that's kind of one of my rules. So if I take 2 trades on a stock and I lose 2 times on it, I'm just not really in the right state of mind to be able to get in it and make the right decision. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and stop trading for the rest of the day. Be happy with my profits, up $158 for the day, which is not much. I mean, it's relatively low, slow Friday. There were a lot of movers this morning, but they didn't really quite set up for me. The only ones that did end up setting up are ACIA and W. Alright, and so that'll do it for today's recap. Like I always say, make sure to join our Facebook group. The link will be down below. If you guys join the Facebook group, you guys will have access to my watch list that I put up every single morning before the morning starts, so you guys are able to profit off of. And then also, if you guys have any questions, make sure to leave it down in the comment section below. And also, leave a comment on where you guys are actually trading from. I would love to see where you guys are watching these videos from. And I will see you guys on Monday. Bye.